come on in and have a seat because my name is Deborah and I am doing Married at First Sight, Season 16, Episode 9, recaps and reviews. I do separate videos on all the couples. At the end of this video, I will leave a link above my head that you can click on and watch the video. And tomorrow, I upload the all-in-one video so you can do a second round, a repeat, or those of you who like to watch the video all in one time, it'll be up for you. Now we're moving on to Nicole and Chris, and their party theme was flamingo. Thought it was a cute theme. And kudos to Nicole for getting all the decorations together, getting the attire together, getting the party theme together. But I'm going to have to dig into Miss Nicole a little bit today on this episode because some of the parts we said about her are starting to shine through. And I'm going to get into her because she's putting all the work on Chris, saying Chris needs to stand up to her. No, he doesn't. Because one thing I've noticed about Chris is he does express himself. Chris doesn't not express himself. The problem is when Chris expresses himself, Miss Nicole comes over or runs him over and disregards what he says. So there was several times in this episode where Chris explicitly said what he wanted. He didn't shy. She even told us later on that he wanted tacos to be the theme. And Nicole said no. She didn't want tacos. She wanted to be a flamingo party. He said, okay, we can do flamingo. I'm with that. That's cool. I make a buffalo sandwich. No, that food doesn't go with the theme of the party. We need more Hawaiian or tropical foods. Okay, first of all, I'm going to tell you, this is what I don't like about people. I don't like when people say they want something from you. You give them what they want, and then they still run over you. Well, when do you have to change? When do you have to do something? Why does Chris need to say the same things over and over again? If I told you I wanted tacos, and you say no, and I say okay, why is it my fault now that I don't keep saying, well, I want tacos, well, I want tacos, well, I want tacos? Why do I have to say it 10 times? Why can't you listen the first time? This is what I tell people. Why do I have to be more forceful? Why do I have to scream? Why do I have to yell? Why do I have to beat you down? Why do I have to say things 10 times? I actually told you what I wanted. I wanted to make some buffalo sandwiches. I wanted a taco theme. You said no. But then you tell me I let you have your way and I fall down too easily. Why don't you learn to regulate yourself? Why don't you learn to listen the first time? Why do I have to be a more? You're the one that doesn't listen. You're the one that's running me over. That's like a car running over a person in a crosswalk and telling the person in the crosswalk, the reason I ran you over is because you wasn't tough enough. No, I looked both ways. I walked out into the intersection. I'm in the crosswalk. I did what I was supposed to do. You didn't do what you were supposed to do, and that was stop. And stop. You're supposed to stop at the crosswalk, but now you're blaming me for you running over me because you didn't stop. No, Nicole, you can't blame Chris for you running over him. He's in the crosswalk. He looked both ways. He told you he wanted tacos. He told you he wanted buffalo sandwiches. He told you he didn't really want to wear that shirt. But you try to keep going and you don't look at the stop sign that says stop. The accident is your fault. You need to stop at the stop sign when you see it. But instead of a stop sign, you want him to have a glaring red lights. You want him to have a barricade. You want him to have a security guard, a crossing guard at the crosswalk. Also, you know how to stop. There's going to be lights and sirens and all this other thing so you learn how to stop at the crosswalk. Why isn't good enough for him to say what he wants? You listen to it the first time and then you just do it. I don't like when people do that. And that's what I see Nicole. But Nicole is realizing because she said, now I'm feeling like I'm going to walk all over him. And I'll tell you this. When people want to know why they sometimes are in toxic relationships with men who treat them badly, they also have to wonder, what did they do, one, to attract those men, and what are they doing in the relationship to keep it going? So Nicole's whole thing in life is that she attracts a toxic man and they treat her badly. Well, maybe part of that energy that was going on in the relationship was she was with men who were just as stubborn as her. So when she would buck up and she wouldn't listen to them and she would try to be a freight train on them, they didn't do like Chris did and say, whatever, you can have your way. What they did was they fought back. And now it becomes a nasty fight. And now you got men are burning her with a cigarette. Sometimes people are in fights because you don't know how to walk away. Not because the other person is all the problem. And I'm seeing with Nicole, she better learn how to walk away. She better learn how when there's a stop sign, she needs to stop. And she can't always rely upon people doing all this extra stuff, screaming and yelling and standing up to her just so she won't walk over him. Because then what you start producing is you start producing a person who will start to abuse you because you keep wanting their real masculine side to come out. You want their aggression to come out, so they got to handle you. I don't like it. I didn't like this one bit with Nicole. I hope she gets on top of it. I'm still in the boat, but I hope she gets on top of it, and I hope she doesn't put the work on him. I hope she puts the work on herself. Because I'm kind of like Chris in a lot of ways too. Stuff I don't care about or that I'm indifferent with, I'm like, I don't care what you do. Do whatever you want to do. But stuff that I'm really adamant about or I have a really strong opinion about, I express my opinion. You see me on this YouTube, I express my opinion. But stuff that I don't care about, that is not any real consequence, I'd be like, I don't care. Like that, you guys will notice in my comments, I'll never get in an argument with anyone in comments. What for? What for? Everyone is entitled to their opinion. Everyone is entitled to their thoughts, all that. It doesn't bother me that people think differently than me. In fact, I actually enjoy it because it gives me a chance to think outside of myself, to see how other people. That's why, if you notice, I respond to all my comments. I respond to all you guys because I really like reading people's different opinions. And it doesn't bother me when someone thinks differently than me or people tell me I'm wrong. It's okay. I could be wrong. A wrong is nothing wrong with being wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with being wrong. Wrong does not mean I don't eat. Wrong does not mean I don't sleep. So I'm like Chris. When things are not that important, I could care less. I really could care less. But if something is important, I will speak up and say my mind. And I don't like when I do speak up, someone would try to run over me and not listen to me. So that's why I'm kind of empathizing with Chris a little bit here, because I'm like, why do I have to do all that to be heard? Why do I have to stand up to you? Why can't you just listen to me the first time I say something? That reminds me of like, with kids or something, when like, why do I have to repeat things 5 times? How would you feel if your kid came up to you and said, the reason I didn't do it is because you didn't say it 16 times? I shouldn't have to say it 16 times. You should listen the first time I said it. But a lot of people use that as an excuse just to do what they want to do anyway. They like to say, well, I didn't hear what you wanted. You didn't say what you wanted, so I did what I want to do. No, you want to do what you want to do anyway. And now you're trying to say you didn't know what I wanted. You knew what I wanted. I told you what I wanted. That's just your excuse so you can kind of make up for you're going to just do what you want to do. She wanted the theme of Flamingo Party. She wanted to run the whole show. She wanted to be in control. And so she tried to make it seem like Chris really had a say in everything. He didn't really have a say from the beginning. But she couldn't say that. She couldn't say that I want to take the lead. I want to make all the decisions. I want to do everything. I'm really not interested in what you want to do. So she tried to pretend like she wanted to incorporate his ideas, but she didn't. And then when she didn't incorporate his ideas, she tried to say, was because he didn't speak up. Girl, get out of here, Jean. I'm about to call her Jean. Get out of here, Nicole, with this. She said, well, I don't want him just to do things for me. Just for me, I want him to do things that also make him happy and keep me in check. I don't want to be responsible for keeping nobody in check. No man, no woman, nothing. I don't want to I got too many other things to do in life and regulate my own emotions, regulate my own feelings, or regulate my own mouth to now I got to regulate and control your mouth and your feelings. I don't want that job. I hate when people put that job on other people. Can you regulate me? No, I can't regulate you. Are you paying me? Are you paying me to regulate you? If you're going to write me a check, then I'll regulate you. Other than that, it's not my job. You do your own work. But I still have high hopes for these two. I think they're going to work it out. I think they have enough good things, solid things in a relationship that they'll be able to work it out. And I actually think they're going to make a good pair because the fact that Chris doesn't need to over insert himself in situation is actually going to give it's actually going to give Nicole the opportunity to take leadership more often because she's decisive. She likes to make decisions. And Chris isn't going to need to make all the decisions. He's perfectly comfortable with letting her make a lot of the decisions, and he's okay with it. So she ought to be thankful for that, because that's the person she actually needs. Because Nicole likes control. She likes to make decisions, and she really can't be with another man who likes to make all the decisions and have control. They would butt heads. Next thing you know, he's burning her with a cigarette. They're a good match. This is a good match, y'all. But anyway, that's it. Watch my other videos. Talk to you later. Bye.